तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण नामिने श्री कृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधाक्षम औदार्य माधुर्य युक्तम वरम वरेण्यं पुरुषं महान्तं नारायण शिरसा नमामि त्रिदण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणि श्रीकृष्ण पादाब्ज हृदयकमल चैतन्य लीलामृत सार सारं रायणं त्वं सततं प्रपद्ये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। Let me offer millions of obeisances of Peter Gurudev, Rupananda Guru Varga Nama all Asamba Vaishnava Tavadana Pranam Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha Krupa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams to everybody.
Gurudev, Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat. So I became a bit late. Please forgive me. Now today the fourth day. This Purushottama Mas is very amazing month. Purushottama Mas. Then 29th is Saturday, Kamada Ekadasi. Then 1st of August, Purnima, Kamala Ekadasi. Then 16th August, Amavasya. This Purushottama ends. Now, this in Purushottama Mas, today is our question and answers. Before that, like last time we sent the thing, how this time, because it comes under Chaturmasya, Chaturmasya becomes extended one month. Total 5 months. Now first 15 days and then the 1 month, this time like Kartik, and another 15 days the first month, first Chaturmasya. So the rules regulation for now Kartik, just like Kartik. No mustard oil, mustard seeds, like that. No till. This is much more than Kartik month. Okay, try to understand. In this month, no aparadha, no offenses is taken into account. No demigod is involved in their activity. Supreme Lord himself has taken charge of all the activities. Gurudev says the sun usually run by 12 Adityas, right? Every month, one Aditya. He is in charge and he runs the sun. So, this month, all those people will be rest. Krishna himself will run the sun. Like that. Every activity is supervised, run directly. See, it's like this sometime. The Prime Minister runs the country, or a Chief Minister runs the state or something like that. In India, like this. Or a governor sometimes, some other country. Now what happens is sometimes President himself rules the state or the country. Generally, everything is done under the name of president, but sometimes directly this president, some conditions. So this month is like that. Directly Krishna. Everything is run under the direction of Krishna or in his name. He is the one who is giving power and all that. But this month, he himself directly running the affairs. Understand? So it's very, very significant. And he will not take any aparadhas and no karma kanda. No auspicious things are undertaken in this month. Nobody undertakes inauspicious. But what happens is, when you try to do auspicious things, inauspicious things happen. Sometimes purposefully somebody might do inauspicious, that is different. Okay. But in this month, no aparadhas. Even suppose you are doing some bhakti, something happens, knowingly or unknowingly, but that will not be taken into account. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Understand? So imagine Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in once in, you know, once in day of Brahma. Hare Krishna. ಹೇಳಿತ ಏನು? ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes only in one day after Brahma. So, same way this month comes once in 32 months. 32. So, this is also very, very auspicious. Glorious for the bhakti. Now, there is a few things people generally do, like samudra. Many rules are there. Chana dal, like chana dal, we should not take this month. Split Bengal gram, chana dal. Honey, mustard seeds, and all kinds of intoxicant. Dvidar, like Bengal gram. Sesame oil. Then there is one shloka glorifying Lord Vishnu. Anyway, we'll send that to uh, in the WhatsApp, through WhatsApp. I'll send it up. That mantra. Now also we should hear Harikatha. More so this month. Srimad Bhagavatam. And also some say Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, where Brahma praying to Lord Krishna. There are about 40 shlokas on that. So you can read that. Then Bhagavad Gita, 14th, is also 14th chapter. Bhagavad Gita, 14th and 15th. We can Ashtamata. Taraka Brahma. Prakriti Purusha. 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. So, 641. 650. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita. 650. So in this book, what Krishna is telling, Purushottama, Purushottama Yoga. So, Urdhvamalu Madaha Shakamashasvastham Prahuravayam Chandam Siyasya Parnaniyastam Vedasa Vedavit. So, Lord is telling this samsara, this how is this samsara? Is describing how it's like a big tree, inverted like a tree. Usually, tree will have the roots and all that down, right? In this one, upstairs, up, facing up the sky, the roots, and the branches and all this down, like Ashwatha, holy victory. So, like that, Shastra is telling the samsara is like that. So, Vakya Samuha. So, he's giving that example. So, Lord Sri Krishna is the one, the Purushottama, right? Is the one who can cut this samsara. we can make us free. Otherwise, see, he is giving the example. The root facing up. Always new roots coming, going unending, And within samsara, being in samsara, coming out of samsara is next to impossible, is impossible. Only by mercy of Purushottama, Krishna, we can cut it off. We cannot cut it. So, so he is Krishna, Kshara Akshara, don't say, is more higher than Kshara Akshara, Purusha. There are three kind of people. So, so in this chapter is telling how to get out of this samsara. So we should read this. Then the fear. Bhayam dvitiya niveshataha syati. The fear. See, in this world, fear. Fear of what? Oh, getting disease or fear, like Corona time. People died not because of the disease, because of the fear of the disease, So, this fear is something. Avaya Charanaravindra, if you take shelter of Purushottama, he is another name for Purusha. Krishna is Abhaya, Abhaya. He will bring fear to the fear. Fear will run away. Fear cannot stay if you remember Krishna. If you do service to Krishna, fear cannot be there. So, he's telling how we can do that. Bhaktaika Esham Gurudeva Tatma. So he is telling, take shelter of me. Then you don't have to come again, like that. Mamayvamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. Manaha shashtani indriyani prakrutistani darshati. So he is telling the jiva, we are all is vibhinnamsha. We are separated, tiny, apart from him. Vibhinnamsha. There is a amsha and then swamsha. There's swamsha is Supreme Lord himself, swamsha, like Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva. So, he remains the whole. So that is Purna. Purna minus Purna, Purna, Purna plus Purna, Purna. Infinity plus infinity, infinity, infinity minus infinity like that. So the Jiva is not like that. It's tiny, Vibhinamsha, separated energy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why he came. He came a beautiful Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. What is that? Shakti Parinama, not the Vastu Parinama. See, not the transformation of the object. Initially, the four acharyas, they were kind of not clear on this. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it very, very clear. Not Vastu Parinama, There cannot be, Brahman remains Brahman. Like Krishna appears in so many ways. He expands so many. But Krishna himself remains the same. Balaram, from Balaram, Karnavsai, Garbhasai, Kshirodsai, Vishnu, Sheshashai, all the jivas, so many. But still it does not affect, Krishna didn't become anything, didn't change. Same way Radharani also. Radharani remains, but she becomes Kavi, so many gopis, Rukmini, Satyabhama, Lakshmis, Parvatis. You understand? They're all are expansions. But she, as a Radharani, she herself remains there. For any other Divya Krishna, Radharani also appropriately. So, but there is not any change in Radharani or nor Krishna. She remains. But still there. That is the power. So, this Jiva living is Sanatan, eternal. And in this world, because he is associating with the nature, material nature, because we attach nature, we are being attracted, we attract mind and then all these senses. 5 working senses, knowledge gathering senses. So, Lord has 2 kinds of amsha, parts. One is Swamsha and is Vibhinamsha. So, in this Vibhinamsha itself is Jiva. Jiva. So, this living entity is eternal and is eternal. But when we are conditioned, so when we are conditioned by this material nature, then we attract this mind and indriyas, Then what happens? These are all mine. I'm this body. So that's how we get stuck in this world, Caught by these 3 material modes of nature. We are bound up. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jiva kabu jada nai, Hari kabu nai, Harita, Jiva achinta beda beda mai. Deha kabu jiva nai, Dara bhogya nai. Dasa bhogya jiva, Krishna Prabhu bhakta. Jiva is Dasa bhogya, is the servant and to be enjoyed. What is Jiva? Living entity. Servant and to be enjoyed. Krishna, master and the enjoyer. In this world, we want to be the master, we want to be the enjoyer. That is not going to be possible, That's why frustration. That's why this Purushottam comes and then in this month, even if you do little bit, you make so much progress in bhakti. And that way you become free from these clutches and then escape this material world. So here is telling, जिस शरीर से बहिर अपनी 6 इंद्रिय साधु से Krishna is telling how he is telling how we attain another body once we leave this world. If we are conditioned, so when we are conditioned, if we are not attained, if we are not successful in bhakti, then we are conditioned, then again our conditioning state does not change after death, giving up the body. So again, samskara through karma. It keeps on going for another life after life. Because this mind also goes. If you are not completing bhakti, this mind again carries, all the information is there, previous life. So takes into the next life. And then again we start. So this goes on and on and on. Many incidences are there. One amazing incident, as I've told you, but really, see, one person dies violently. He has a body mark. How he's cut or this shot like that. Death certificate is there. Then he dies, then he born somewhere else. And there is a birth certificate also. And somehow that boy, he remembers how he died, so much violence. Somehow they were able to trace it back, where he died. It's amazing. Here is a death certificate and there is a birth certificate. Okay. And where the death certificate, where the marks were there, he is also in the birth certificate. He is born with some marks. What can he say about this? And he remembers certain things. Sometimes he gets shocked. One incident like this, this is a different incident. This person, he dies, he had a wife. She is elderly, 45, 50 years old. And only this person knew a key for this safe. Okay, he never gave anybody else. He kept that key for the one where they keep the records or wealthy, all the valuable things, right? Like a Godrej or something, right? What do you call that? So, but after he left this body, when he died, nobody knows where the key is for that. Understand? Because only he knew and he had died. So where they have searched everywhere, they could not find. So what happened after he died? He was born somewhere else, and somehow something tricks him, and he's telling, "Oh, I was before. I was in that village. I died this and that, and I had a wife." And he's telling all these things. This boy. So they brought him curiously. This boy. And here is, the previous wife is sitting there with the white one. And this boy is telling, yes, she is my wife. And she is going crazy. What is this? And verification, okay. But they told him, now wait a minute, this person who died kept his key for this Godrej locker somewhere. Do you remember? Yes, this boy went there, looked at it. Somewhere he kept it secretly. He pulled out that key and gave it to them. What can you say for this? you know, he cannot deny this. This is really out of. So this is amazing, So it is beyond any doubt, called reincarnation, But anyway, these things are there, but the same thing will be continued, right? Old age, disease, birth, whatever, this, that. Now, see, he's a young man. See, imagine, this is a young boy. And then he's telling, she is almost 40, 50 years old. He's only like not even 4 years, 5 years. And he's that previous wife, 50 years like, oh, he's my wife. Now, can you possibly, this person can live with her? You understand what I'm saying? So impractical, see, but somehow these things come out to show that, look, what Shastra is telling is true. There are some Shastra. Garbho Upanishad. What happens in the mother's womb? Mother's womb, the baby, how much space is there in the mother's womb? 10 feet by 10 feet? Not even 6 inches by 6 inches. Okay, you understand? How much you can walk around there? And how is the environment? It's all urine, pus, stool, baby. All excretion is there. Nobody is there to clean, and there is no toilet to flush it out. Right? So, in that, yes, the jiva living and has to live. On top of it, it remembers 100 lives by the time it reaches 7 months gestation period. 7-month gestation period, it remembers 100 lives. If I ask you this question, 1 year ago, same day, same time, what we were doing? Most of us say, no, I don't remember. 1 month ago, I don't. 1 week ago, even yesterday, very difficult. All right, no problem. Forgetfulness. But if you remember every second that has transpired since last 1 year, if you remember everything transpired in our life, can we sit quiet now? We go crazy. We might forget about even breathing. Understand? So forgetfulness is also Lord's highest mercy, you can say, one of the highest mercy. Otherwise, we cannot lead our life. We go crazy. We become mental. We cannot even breathe. Oh, that happened, this happened, that happened. So many things bothering you. I will tell you. You think you will remember Krishna? You will forget. It's very difficult. Cause him, Ah. So now, what is the baby inside the mother's? 100 lives, remember. How stressful it will be. That's why it's trains. What I can do here? I cannot move. I cannot cook anything. I cannot do any service. I'm paying obeisances unto you. Please, please, please get me out of this hell very quickly. I will become your devotee. Sorry for all these things. 100 lives, I know I've done so much bad, so much wrong. I hardly remember you. Lord, enough is enough. Now I will not let these lives go waste. It's crying. Okay. It's crying, crying, crying. Imagine 100 lives. Oh, I was a dog, somebody hit me. Bah, 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 bah. This, that, bah, bah, bah. I will tell you, it's crazy. That's why the mothers, okay, they should hear Srimad Bhagavatam. They should do this, if they are lucky, this Purushottam Mass, okay. The baby should be here, mother should be here. But for the baby, Bhagavat, and then bhajans, kirtan, because the baby will feel so much peace, okay. It is anxious, okay. If you want to find any anxious audience, what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? Harikatha. We need an audience just like Parikshit Maharaj. You know what was Parikshit Maharaj? Sukadeva Goswami is reciting Bhagavat. Parikshit Maharaj is one of the audience, right? Narad Muni, Vedavyas, so many were already there. Even I told you about that. The Brahmin, the boy who cursed Parikshit Maharaj to die in he was also sitting there. Okay, he was also there. He also got delivered. Even so, that is the power of Bhagavat. Anyway, so just like Parikshit Maharaj, he did not go to bathroom, right? No water to drink, no food to eat, no sleep, on continuous on. Parikshit Maharaj also was not tired. Sukadeva Goswami. Parikshit Maharaj was not tired. Same way Sukadeva Maharaj also was not tired. He did not ask, oh, let me take a break. Please, I will continue Bhagavat. Say the way we do Bhagavat Saptaha is like this, right? There will be break. But in Parikshit Maharaj and then Sukadeva Goswami, no break. Continuous. 7 days. Day and night. Not even 1 minute, half a minute break. Nothing. Continuous. So a listener should be like that, Parikshit Maharaj. And the one Kathagar, it should be like Sukadeva Goswami. Okay. Idea. Now what I'm saying is, in the mother's womb, the baby is also like that. Where it can go? All these remembers, you think it can go to sleep or anything. It become unconscious, okay, without tolerating all these things, go crazy, and then it become unconscious. That can happen, But how long it has to be waken up, So that's why the baby will be the one of the best audience. What I'm saying, it has nothing to do, no work, right? No food, no bathroom, no toilet, right? For the baby, where is the all these things, right in the place, same place. So if you read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, or anything, I will tell you, you can imagine the amount of progress it can make the baby. If right situation is provided, okay, that's why it's very, very essential for the pregnant lady, to read, to hear Bhagavad Gita, bhajans, kirtan, because the baby will find so much relief, understand? Relief from the way, remembering all the under lives, understand? So, like Prahalad Maharaj story there, Prahalad Maharaj, Narad Muni reciting in the Bhagavatam, it says. So, Kayadu, she got one boon from Narad Muni. She said, when should I deliver? Only when I desire. Usually 9 months get delivered. She said no. When I desire. When she is going to, so suppose see, this will what happened, So if he is born before, husband has not yet come back. If he is born, then husband may not have much feeling. Understand? So Prahalad. So anyway, Krishna desired. He, so Narad Muni blessed. All right, your desire will be fulfilled. And then ask protection for his child. And no one can destroy life. Narad Muni. So he knew. So he brought her and he started reciting Bhagavatam. So, that baby heard all the Bhagavatam. And Narad Muni gave initiation also. It's Japan, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Rama. Inside mother's womb. So he became totally transformed within mother's womb. Mother heard so much and then she forgot, but not Prahalad, His attention was one-pointed, nothing to disturb, nothing. So that's why Prahalad became from birth devotee, Suddha, pure devotee. And what he taught, no fear in him, but humility was there. His father trying to kill him, why he became his enemy, Prahlad became the enemy of his father. Why? Because he told, you are not the enjoyer, you are not the controller, right? I am the controller. Oof, what are you talking? Where did you learn this? Like that. But he was fearless. But with humility, he did not, he did not mix things. He told the truth without thinking, oh, if I tell this, what will happen? This will tell. No, he did not mix his words. He was straight, He also, when he asked, what have the The thing they got into trouble was not trouble. What did you learn from your teacher? Hiranyakashipu is asking. So teacher meaning, what did you learn from your guru? No. Guru means, he remembered Narada Muni. He started tears in his eyes. Oh, oh Gurudev, Narada Muni, he taught so many things. He remembered him, Narada Muni. He did not remember Chanda Amarka. See, if Hiranyakashipu has asked a question, what Chanda and Amarka taught you, then this would not have happened. Okay? You understand? Chanda Amarka are the teachers, Guru, that Hiranyakashipu made Prahlad, their teachers, right? They were teaching what? Dharma, Artha, Kama, like this. Demonic, studies, right? How to control, how to enjoy this and that, No bhakti. No, bhakti is far away. But Hiranyakashipu is father of that. What did you learn from your guru? Then immediately remembered, Narada Muni, and he started crying. Oh, he said, so he lost himself and he started telling what he heard from Narada. What is wrong with that? See? Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Vandana, Pada, Sevana, Dasana, Pujana, Sakijana, Atma Nivedana, Govinda. Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Vandana. Vishnu, What? This is what you. So, Hiranyakashipu became like that. So, but Prahlad was not fearful at all. He was not fear of any of these things. We know the stories, how Prahlad was put into the boiling oil, this and that, but still. So, dehena jiva bhutena, loka, anuvrajan, punjana eva karmani karoti viratam puman. So it is not that after death again this condition state disappears, end to it, not like that. According to the karma, jiva gets another gross body. And then when the time comes, it has to give up that also. So, when one leaves this one body and enters another body, this body-related thing, karma vasana, and then the subtle karma goes with it. So, how it does? So, Krishna is giving an example, like air. Air carries the aroma of the flowers, right? From one place to another. Same way, the living entity from one gross body, it enters different gross body with this subtle these karma vasanas, along with the indriyas, it travels. The subtle body travels all this to the new gross body. Huh? So, uh, so this is in the Purushottama Yoga. Huh? Lord is telling this. Chara, Akshara, all these things. Maybe sometime we will go through this detail, little bit detail. But what I'm saying is, this Purushottama Mass. So this inert and this Chaitanya, this body is inert. How the soul is like conscious entity. These things are discussed. In other words, in this month, Purushottam month, this chapter Bhagavad Gita is talking this, our real position, reminding us. So this is our position. So what we should do, try to become free from entanglement. Try to become thinking that I'm this body. Like that. Go in bhakti. Like that, this Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, like that. This is Brahma praying to Lord Krishna. Yes, come back. See, Brahma stole the children and the calf. Then he traveled to his place. Then he was rejected there. He could not enter his own planet. Krishna already occupied. He is the real Brahma. So he occupied that place. And then he rejected this. Because so in this Brahma, he's telling one prayer, it's amazing, 40 prayers are there. In one of the prayer, he's telling, Swayam Prakash. Vibhuda is very nice prayer. So he's telling, Pashyeshaменartamananta adyai paratmani tvavyapi maimaini mayam vitatyoksita atma vaibhavam ayaham kiyanaichamivarchiragnayo. Oh Lord, with duplicity, he's praying. Filled with duplicity. Please look at my behavior. I'm filled with duplicity. Look at my behavior. How the big personalities, they can fall in your trap of your mayas, external energy, maya. You are unlimited. You are Adi Purusha. You are the foremost. You are the Adi Purusha. In the beginningless person. And your Maya is so much. It can cause illusion to anybody. Big. Such a power you have. And what did I do? I want to expand my illusory power. And I wanted to see your wealth, expanding my Maya. This my power. I wanted to see your Aishwarya. I was desiring like that. Oh, what a fool I am. So he is giving a comparison, Brahma. What is that? Suppose there is a fire. See, out of fire, what comes? There are small little fire particle, right? Little bit of fire, little bit of light will be there, little effulgence, little, tiny, fire parts, right? Coming out. So, now this small, tiny fire thing coming out of big fire, it think by their power, tiny bit, right? Effulgence maybe, and then maybe little hot, little burning power. Can it influence the big fire? Can understand the power of the big fire? After all, it came from that big fire, a tiny, insignificant part. Now if he's thinking, no, I will check this fire from where I come from. What is this? I will influence, I will overcome. Can it do? It's actually most foolish thing. It's impossible, it's not possible. So, same way, I appeared from you. And I was trying to influence, control. What a idiot I was. What a duplicity I was. Please forgive me. See, this is how Brahma is praying in all these things. So, it's very nice, if we read this also every day, because it will remind our position, our most helpless situation. Understand? These prayers, our own position and position of Krishna. So many. Of course, no matter how you describe, he is, we call it Deshatita, Kalatita, Gunatita, Varnatita. Meaning, Lord is beyond space and time, beyond space. You cannot confine him to this country, that country, that country. He is everywhere, all the time, beyond. Time also, past, future, present, is beyond any. Beyond Kalatita, Desha, Varna, is also beyond this. Gunatita is not under mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, is beyond, He creates all this. Material energy creates this. And then Varnatita, meaning description. How much you can glorify him. Non-stop, still you cannot complete it. Even Sheshanaga with thousands of his hoods, thousands of mouths, glorifying, It is not that, say, Ananta Shesha has thousands of words, right? Thousands of. It is not that he is talking same thing with all his mouths. Okay, understand? No. Okay. Each of his word is glorifying something different. Imagine the thousand word, thousand mouths is glorifying. Each mouth is own, glorifying Lord differently. Even then there is no end to his glories. So like that, unlimited. But even then, that's why it's called Varnatita. No matter how much, it will not act. You know, what to speak. Such a Lord. So you will understand. Now, I think time for the questions. Okay, I'm sorry. Any questions? You can read every day, 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and then the 14th chapter in 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. And then there's one sloka that we will send it today itself. You can recite this. By the time you read this many times, it becomes by hearted, Then you can glorify it. Because it's very beautiful. Prayer, glorifying Krishna. So the question is, can a devotee donate his her or her body or organ or eyes after death? So can a devotee donate? No, we shouldn't. The say donate to who? Okay, this is the question. Suppose you donate it to somebody and they use for sense gratification. I'm giving an example. Suppose a kidney, offer it to somebody. Suppose after death. Okay, in this case, even before, sometimes you can offer. People offer it even when they are alive. Not that different. Here he's saying after death. Okay, so suppose one organ is being used by somebody, and he becomes well, he or she. And then if she engages in bhakti, okay, that's reasonable. But suppose she engages or he engages in some sinful activities, then he also has to get the, share of that, is it not? So is it good? No, So, but you don't know whom it goes, how it will be used, we have no control. You cannot dictate the terms. No, it should be go to a person who does only Ekadasi, only devotee, one who follows Purushottam Mass. Can we put conditions? Who cares? So usually the government and all that, they are atheistic people, So, and mostly these are all sold, okay? See, bought by the money part of it. So there will not be any paramarthika. It will only be negative. So I wouldn't say that. Also, see another question. Suppose if somebody is suffering something, is a different issue. Okay, if the devotees is different. Okay, you have to look at it too differently. But if it is only mundane, materialistic people, suppose if they elevate their suffering by your body parts or anything, if they become devotees out of that, that is okay. But if they keep on doing more of sinful activities, then you also get implicated. It comes as a botheration in the bhakti wherever you take birth. Because it's like a like you are trying to do good, but it became bad. So it becomes an obstacle in your bhakti. Again, you have to overcome. You have to suffer for this. If this person does something sinful, he get part of it, and you have to, see. See, this karma is very, like I always tell this story, not this story, Bhishma. Bhishma has to lie down on the bank of arrows, right? He has to leave. Bhishma Pitamaha, right? In the Mahabharata war. Question comes, why? The great devotee, right? Very. And Bhishma, one of the Bhagavatas, all Bhagavatas. But he has to. Why? 12 lives before, he took one snake, not unknowingly or something like that. He threw that on a bunch of thorn. Okay. And then he went to the forest in his previous life, went to Vasishtha Muni ashram. There was a cow there, Kamadhenu. Seeing the Kamadhenu, wife put a pressure on his husband. I want this cow. We need to take home our palace. We should take this. He said, no, adharma. It belongs to the Vasishtha Muni. We should not do it. She would not listen. He said, if you don't, why you are putting so much? Because my friend is very sick. If she drinks milk from this cow, she becomes well. I know. That's why I need to carry this. She's very dear to me. No, dear. No, don't put. No, if you don't agree for this, I will give up my life. I will drink poison. So, this is how. Then he got stuck. He took a branch of, thorn and then hit cow. Cow said, ambe, 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 ambe. Then Vasishtha Muni came to know and he came and cursed him. Listening to your wife, you are committed adharma, sinful activity. And you hit cow with a thorn. So next life you have to give up your body on a bank of arrows. And this life, the wife in this life will be cause of your death in the next life. See? So, Shikandi, there was a lady who was coming in front of her, in the war. Because he could not release. So, who was that lady? Made defeat, basically defeat Bhishma Pitama. Otherwise, he is unconquerable. That lady was none other than his own wife in the previous life. Because he listened to her wrong advice, he listened to her, he acted according to her, went ahead, against dharma. He did sin. Because of that, he has to pay his life in the next life. See? how we get, implicated, you understand? So same way, these, anything we do with this body of, words or these body parts, if it is used, how it is used. You cannot say I was not there, and you know. So you also become, because he gave consent. See, these body parts, you have to give consent, right? Before, oh, I'm giving consent. After my death, you can use this body parts. So now how it is going to be used, who is going to get benefited, this and that, you don't know. You are thinking, oh, this is actually a good thing. You understand? But you think it's good happened. You have to suffer more, So you have to continue. But if it goes to a devotee who uses to chant more, to progress in bhakti, then you also get benefit. It will help in your bhakti. So either way, but most probably that will not happen. It may happen, but there is no guarantee. And the devotees usually, they don't opt for these kind of things. See, because they understand this is a body. Is sooner or later, whether you are putting new organs or not, it is bound to die. It is not eternal, So let me, Tatyanukampa, Susikshamano, this what in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, is saying Krishna, Tatyanukampa, Susikshamano. Actually, it comes in this sloka, Brahma is telling, oh Lord, a devotee, a devotee who tolerates, everything, as your prasadam, So everything, good or bad, your mercy, Lord, no complaining, no criticizing, never stop chanting, Lord. It is your mercy, without, accepting good or bad, your mercy. Then that person becomes very quickly, Lord, recipient of his mercy, because he's seeing his Lord's mercy, Lord's hand behind. Actually, himself is the cause for all these things, good or bad. But he accepts them. He's not complaining. I need to be punished more, much more. Lord is giving a little bit. Like that, he is accepting and is not attached to. And that way, then Lord will be very quickly pleased with him. He will bless him. Such a kind of personality. Tatyanukampa Susikshama. So, like that. So the devotees don't consider that what is this body, part, this, that. It is actually, the disease is what? Dis-ease, okay? Disconnection from ease. Actually, the biggest disease is forgetfulness of Krishna, So That is the cause of all other diseases. So forgetfulness of Krishna, disconnection. That's why disease, if you look at English spelling, meaning disconnection from ease, D-I-S-E-A-S, disease. Disconnection from ease. What is ease? Krishna. By thinking of Krishna, no fear, no tension, happy, right? Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. See, we should give that. This is my organ. Okay. See, chanting my name, chanting should be my, what do you call, donation or this can be freely given. See, nobody wants this. Actually, this is the one thing that we should give, and luckily, very few they might accept it. So devotees, so this disease, disconnect from it. So the body is already dying. So how one can live, dying, putting an organ is, so that extension, is itself is a, it's like in Bhagavatam also, Yayati, King Yayati. He became very old and then he begged, I want to be youth again. So he promised one of his son. And King Yadu did not give. He said, okay, man, I don't mind giving, but what he will use it? Are you going to use it for Krishna's service? No. You want to enjoy more more sense gratification. So, though I'm your son, I should fulfill your desire. I should not, I should not. But this time I'm saying no. See, King Yadu was so strong, That's why Krishna appeared in that Yadava, in his Yadu dynasty. Why? Because of the Yadu king. He was so fixed up in the service of Krishna. His father asked for his youth. He said, no. If you're going to use it for Krishna's service, that is fine. You are going to use us in like sense gratification. You have so much sense gratification. What did he do? When you were strong and youth, you enjoyed so much. And what did you achieve? His question was that. What did you achieve? Were you happy? Were you satisfied? No, I want to more and more enjoy. What enjoy? Insatiable, see this karma, the lust, So I'm not going to give my youth so that he can extend your lust. I'm sorry, he was so strong, he rejected. So, but Krishna was very pleased with this, Now what happened? Yeah, anyway, other son gave it that. He enjoyed. Then afterwards he gave it back. So that's why we have to restrain. Okay, what I'm saying is our sense gratification. Don't go on doing same thing. Like the Prahlad Maharaj says, chewing the chewed. In our previous lives, so many lives we had. We have chewed. Chewed meaning what? Different kinds of foods. Oh, we eat all kinds of different kind of food. Were you satisfied? Can you eat 100 chapatis? You get disgusted, right? After 3, 4, 5, bread or rice, how much rice? You get disgusted. No. So like that, limited, So, but it should be turned into prasadam, beneficial. So, like that, ahara, nidra, how long he can, sleeping. If you are not enough, then what? The lions and tigers, I remember during some places, I think, where it is cold for 6 months. They called go hibernation. 6 months sleep. You want to be like that? Like, Parikshit Maharaj, no sleep. Constantly hearing Krishna's story, last time. O king, you want to take rest, some sleep? I'm getting so much energy, so much enthusiasm, so much here. You overcome sleepiness. See, sleepiness is actually ignorance. That's why pure devotees don't sleep. Okay? The cows don't sleep much at all. Awake, actually, they are awake. I was, yesterday I was sitting, they feel like they're half open eyes and they're awake, they are aware. Suppose the human sleeps, is completely forgot, He's like, he asks some questions. Sir, are you awake? What is your name? Where are you sleeping? Sir, you're in a wrong place. He does not know anything. Are you sleeping on a nice bed or on a floor? Are you a millionaire or a poor? He does not know. Okay, we forget about everything. Okay, so ignorance. Okay, should not be like that. That's why pure devotees they take rest. Body is resting, but not sleeping. Gudakesha. See, one of the names for Arjuna is what? One who was 1 hour is sleeping, is awake. During 14 years exile, Lord Ramchandra, right? Lakshmana, he never took even 1 minute of sleep. He was awake all the 14 years. But can you imagine the service that Lakshmana, doing to Lord Ram? But awake. 1 night, 2 night, 3 night, 14 years. Okay. But non-stop. But how much love, affection he has. He's Balaram to Krishna, see, you cannot even think about that. Inseparable. But like that, But he did not become weak. Oh, he was no sleep. Oh, Lakshmana, you have become weak. No sleep. No, not like that. He was becoming stronger and stronger because he never forgot Lord Ram. See, that is the thing. So, that's why pure devotees. Okay. So similarly, we should, in this month, especially in this month, try to chant more. And so much benefited. If they say somebody, of course we are not interested in, suppose you do something good, it is like 16 lakhs times, gets increased. Uh, but that kind of things we are not interested in, because all that punya, all that good deeds is limited to this world. You know, that's why we are not doing dharma or adharma. We're not come to do dharma and adharma. You understand? Pious activities are sinful activities. See, sinful activities, if we do, we have to suffer in this world or maybe lower planets, right? If you do pious activities, you have to enjoy in this world or higher demigods. You're enjoying it. You cannot remember Krishna. You know. So if you do too much pious activity, you have to enjoy more and more than what? Indra is not happy, Brahma is not happy, then where, you understand? So going up and down. That's why we have to read this Brahma's prayers, what he is saying. He is feeling so miserable. Lord, I was so audacity, Who can understand your glories? Even Lord Vishnu cannot, himself cannot understand. So, what to speak? So, glories of the Lord, So, it will remains our own position, That's why this Purushottama Yoga in 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, and 14th chapter, 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. If we can recite and then go. We'll also try to go little by little every time. So, certainly, see, also the senses does not belong to me. Okay, understand? I'm not the owner of the senses. Suppose I leave my body. Am I the owner of my senses, my eyes? No. Krishna is the owner. Is it not? He is the actually master of senses, So I'm only borrowed from him. For what? For his service. But I'm using in my service. So I got implicated. So we cannot give this to somebody else, thinking that the senses belong to me. No, I am the owner. Actually, you are not owning. The jiva is not owning anything. No, not in this body or the organs or anything extension of this body. All the so Indriya, it belongs to him. So we have to give back to him. He is the owner. Krishna is up to him. I borrowed from you, doing your service. I forgot to, do service with my senses. Please forgive me. Please give me a chance to serve you again in next life. So that should be our prayer, So engage me in your, I want to engage in you completely, whatever you have given me, all the indriyas belongs to him. So we should not, in that respect, we should not give. So of course he can give it to Vaishnava, but no Vaishnava will be interested. Krishna, they have blessed him so much. So, and also it is body, is something, Krishna's property, you cannot give. So like that also you should not give it. So anyway, our time is up. If there is another question, very short one, we can take. If not, we can. Any other question? Could you please tell us what are the 10-15 verses that Param Gurudev mentioned, which would be good for use for preaching them? So, maybe next class we'll tell you, we'll send you, maybe. So, he was telling like, Anya Vilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavut Anukulena Krishnanu Shivanam Bhakti Ruttama. Bhakti. What is highest bhakti? So, and the raga bhakti, Aradhyo Bhagavan, Vajesha Tanayasta Dhamma Vrindavan. Ramya Kaschit Upasana. Rajavadu Vargena Kalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam. Prema Pramarto. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Mata. Like that. So, the Dashamula, some sloka. Like that, the bhakti was always, you have to know your goal is very, very important, Same way Sanatana Goswami was questioning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling Sanatana Goswami, what is the goal? Why it is necessary? Because we should know that. And knowing that, there should not be any doubt in it. Okay. Suppose you make so much effort to get it, and suppose if it is wrong, your goal is wrong. After reaching there, you have spent all your life. See, your life got wasted. So don't postpone knowing your goal, where you have to achieve. So, and make sure that is the best thing. Okay, there will not be any mistake. You understand? Once you decide on that, then the process to get there will also get defined. What is the best process? What is the minimum, least cost, right? What is the best path? That once you do that, then you practice that, put into practice sadhana. Then you will not be wasting your time or resources like that, So that's why Anya Abhilashita Shunya Jnana Karmadi Anavatam Anukulena Krishnani. So Gurudev was, and then, what kind of bhakti, So whom should we worship? So he was very, very, no other acharya dealt with that like one point. Fortunate, to have a personality, very, very fortunate. I want to take you there. You're so bold. Take you there. Are you ready? Want to take you to Golok Vrindavan. Are you ready? But so uh, sure, so sure. Very, very rare to come across. Purushottam Mas, he was also stressing. Then Rai Ramananda Samvad, was always talking, Rai Ramananda Samvad. So topmost bhakti, So in this Purushottam Mas, we pray that way all these acharyas bless us to make progress in bhakti and steadfastness in pleasing to the Lord. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha krupa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Jai. Purushottama Mas ki Jai. Jai 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 Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Guru Pada Padma ki Jai, Guru Varga ki Jai, Guru Parampara ki Jai. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Sudarshan Ji ki Jai. Thai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees.